Hey friends, what's up? This is Kat and welcome back to my channel. I look like a mess as usual. Okay guys, so I am very excited for this video, and this has been on the works since March, so it's been a month long already, but here I am. It's finally long weekend and I have time to sit down, make a video, and finally edit this vlog after such a long time. So yeah. Anyway, if you have been here since like 2021, you know guys that I love to make or curate a TBR based on recommendations to me or recommendations from some of my favorite content creators in the book community. And in the past 2 years, I've made some vlogs about a TBR that I've curated based on the favorite books of some of my favorite Filipino booktubers, and I really enjoyed my time doing those videos. And this year, I thought of changing it up a little bit, like just shifting to another platform, which is also a community that I love so much. So for this year, I will be making a series of videos wherein I'm going to read some of my favorite Bookstagrammers' favorite books of 2022. And this is going to be episode 1 or part 1. So with every episode that's going out for this series, there's going to be like a certain criteria that I'm going to look for. So for this very first one, I want to go first with the local Bookstagrammers, like Filipino Bookstagrammers that I've been interacting with in the past years or so. And I just want to check out their favorite books and see if we have similarities or how different am I to my mutuals. So that's what I've done, and I've made like a percentage of all that stuff. I've picked the top 2 highest percentage of similarities with my taste. And just to spice things up a little bit, I've also picked one Bookstagrammer who I don't have any similar books based on their best books of 2022. So I have here 3 Bookstagrammers in total. So I hope it makes sense. So let's start so that you would know what I'm trying to say or what I'm talking about. So the very first one that I found, which unsurprisingly, this Bookstagrammer, I feel like we really have similar tastes when it comes to books, specifically when it comes to mystery and thriller genre. And I just love this person. I love the books that she's reading. So out of her 5 favorite books in 2022, 3 of those I've read and I also liked. I also loved some of it. There are only 2 books that I haven't read yet, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas and Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. And this Bookstagrammer is Jerry by Books with Jerry. So I think this is pretty easy for me to pick because we only have here 2 books. And first off, I don't want to read any Sarah J. Maas. I've tried the first book of the series. So it was easy for me to pick up Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. So that's the one book that I'm reading for Jerry. And then the next one, this person as well, we have like 3 out of 5 similarities, like the 5 books that she has posted as her favorite books of 2022. And I only have like 2 books that I haven't read yet, and that is The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang and Jade Legacy by Fonda. So these picks are from Lian of Lian Reads and Wonder. And also, I love this Bookstagrammer so much. I think we also have a lot of similarities when it comes to like books in general. So that is why I was trying my very best to get The Sword of Kaigen, because I wasn't like prepared to read Jade City at all, but it wasn't really available. Like it wasn't available on Libby. It wasn't also available here locally. Like we don't have physical copies available in the Philippines. So that's why I will be reading, or I've already read by the time that I'm filming this, Jade City by Fonda because of Lian. Okay, so the last Bookstagrammer that I'll be featuring in this vlog, this person, I also feel like we have similarities when it comes to like fiction books, like literary fiction or just general fiction, also somewhat like historical books, also probably memoirs or non-fiction. And this person is really someone that I'd like to try some of her favorite books because I haven't read any of the books on her stack. So that's why I have 0 similarities with this person. Because of that, I have a lot of choices. So I have here Next Her in Havana by Cleeton, Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol, Rivka Bront. Oh my god. Yeah, Rivka Bront. And then I have here also Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmy Lang. And the last one was Sweet Bean Paste by Durian Sukegawa. And all of these books truly interest me. Like, I want to read all of them. If I could, I definitely would. But I had problems with like getting these books on my library or even a physical copy here in the Philippines. So that's why I've only chosen the books that I could find. I ended up reading a book that I never thought I would read from this stack. Like, this is the least. And this is Next Door in Havana by Cleeton. This book, you guys, this is my very first historical romance and definitely not going to be my last. I love Cleeton's writing style. Oh my god. But anyway, here are the 3 books that I'm reading for this vlog and also the Bookstagrammers. I'm going to link all of them below, so please do check them out. Let's do the vlog right now, and then you're going back here with my outro later on. So yeah, let's go. Hey friends, so I am actually now going to sleep, but I forgot to update you today, so that's what I'm doing. So this is going to be the very first update for this vlog, and I'm trying to read my very first book, which is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. And I didn't update you earlier when I started reading it, but right now I am 55% ish of the book, and I'm so invested. Like, I'm not really that interested in the whodunit mystery. I am more interested on the family drama, like the juicy parts of this book. Like, I want to know what's the tea, and I think that's the main reason why I'm enjoying this book right now. Though I also would like to say that I am hoping it will not get draggy by the last half of the book, because right now I need to discover a few things. Like, I need to discover a few secrets. Like, give me more of it. I'm craving for it. So that's what I'm currently feeling with this book. But I'm not setting my expectations very high, because I tend to get disappointed with thrillers, as you all know. But this is my very first Alice Feeney, and I'm just like very excited about this book. Yeah, that's the whole update. I am going to sleep in a few minutes, but I think I'm gonna finish the chapter that I am currently in, and then I'm gonna update you tomorrow once I finish it. So for now, good night guys, see you tomorrow. Hello guys, so this is another evening update, and I am so sorry for my setup. Should I remove my attic album? Yeah, is it better? But yeah, this is a good album. I'm not here for this. So I am wearing the same shirt because I repeat my home clothes. I don't care. So anyway, I'm so happy to announce that I finished Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. And I'm just so proud of myself for finishing that book for more than 24 hours. And I think the audiobook really helped me a lot, because I love how it was being narrated, like the emotions and the accent and like all the feels. With this one, I can't really give you like a proper review of this. I think I'm still processing if I like it or not. But what I can say is I liked some of the reveals, like how it was revealed. But what I didn't really like was how it was concluded, like what happened after that plot twist. I just didn't like how it ended or how it went. I had some issues with it, with the pacing, with the plot, with the characters, with the conclusion. But the writing was really good. That's one thing that I would definitely commend Alice Feeney for. Yeah, I think that's all. I don't think it's a favorite thriller, and I didn't feel like the conclusion really pay off. So I don't know. I am still going to think about how I will rate this book or how will I rank it, because for now it's not a favorite. It's not also a perfect book by any means, and I don't know if I really like this book. I don't think that I do. Like, I think I'm in the middle. So probably average feels. Anyway, I'm going to do like a full wrap up by the end of the video, wherein I'm going to rank all the books I'm going to read for this vlog, and then do a little of like realizations and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably dump all my thoughts in there. But for now, I'm going to sleep. It's already like past 11, and I have to wake up very early, as you all know. And then I'm gonna let you know by tomorrow what is my next book, because I already have some something on my Kindle. Yeah, I'm just gonna update you on the next clip, and yeah, see you tomorrow.
Okay, hello friends. Yeah, I'm still trying to make this work. Okay, hi guys. So this is the first part or the first update for this book because a lot of things had happened in the past few weeks that I didn't update you. First things first, I did not update you that I changed my book for Drea. I initially picked another book for Drea for this one.
So this is going to be the second book for this vlog, and I am reading this book because of Drea, and this is, I forgot the title, Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rivka Brunt, and I have started like the first chapter of it. I'm now on chapter 2, and it's like 3% of the book. Like 3% pa lang guys. Wala pang masyadong ganap. But anyway, I was kind of having second thoughts on continuing with this book by the end of the first chapter because there is like a confession in there that I don't know if I could handle in books. Like there are certain things that my moral compass would allow me to read in fiction. If you have read this book, like Drea, if you're watching this, if you have read this book, the end of chapter 1 was a little bit controversial. Like it's it's something that I was like, I stopped for a minute and think, what the fuck is this book? Yeah, I don't know how to explain it without spoiling anything, but I don't know how will I approach this book, but I'm going to try my best to enjoy it and, you know.
But I DNF that book. I did not want to continue even though the writing style is really, really good. It's just that there is like something about it that I am not very comfortable in, and probably I will talk about that next time around. So what I did was I looked for another book from her best reads of 2022, and then I found this book titled Next Year in Havana by Cleeton. I've seen this from BookTube a lot of times before. I particularly remembered Stories for Coffee and Chanel Time gushing about this book and saying how good it really is. So it's not my first time seeing this book, but I am also going to be honest here that I don't have any plans on reading this book because it's like a historical fiction with romance, and I'm not really that interested in anything historical romance, like anything that goes along that line. That is probably why I am not into like Bridgerton and all that stuff. So if not for this vlog, I would have probably not picked this up. Just to clarify, guys. And then I reached around 30%-ish when I set this book aside and I did another video project that I'm working on. So I set it aside for a few days, I think a week at most, and I didn't update you in the vlog. And then yesterday, I continued reading this book at around 40-ish. And I want to update you that I am now really invested in the story, but I was sick since yesterday. So if you can notice on my voice, I don't feel that good. And because of that, as of the moment, it's currently 3:20 p.m. I am now on 66% of this book. And I've reached a certain part where I can now genuinely 100% say that I will going to finish this book because I didn't know that I was this invested. Like I did not cry yet, like even though I feel emotional about it, but I just reached that part and I'm gonna insert it right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know that I was this invested in this story. Yes, I am right now. This is insane. Oh my god. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, I was reading this book 5 minutes ago and I had a huge reaction on something. I don't know if it's like a plot twist, but I think it is. But I feel emotions about that. Like I feel emotions and I cannot deny it. I am not as invested in the romances in this book because we have multiple romances. Like I'm not really that invested whether it is from the past or in the present timeline. But The characters definitely grew on me. Like, I want them to be happy. Right now, I think because I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day, I had my whole day off, I could probably finish this book. Hopefully I would, because it's been a long time since I started this one. Yeah, that's all the update. I'm gonna get back to you when something really big happened or if I finish it. By the way, I'm having coffee from Padyak Cafe here in Pag-asa, Cavite. Wala lang, gusto ko lang siyang i-promote. See you later. I look like whatever, but anyway, I'm still sick, you guys. It's still the same day, and as I've said earlier, I will finish this book, and I am done. And I'm just like so in love with the writing style of Chanel Cleeton. I think the way that she writes her stories are so vivid. Cuba is such a beautiful place, and I just like how she was able to build the imagery around the settings of this story. Although I have to say that the trope of the romances are not really my favorite. Both Elisa's and Marisol's love stories are not my favorites. I am not really into insta love kind of thing. I really prefer slow burn romances. However, I think because I know that this is a first book in a series, I also know that the following books will cover the different sisters, like the different Paris sisters' love life. I think it has high chance for me to love the other books in the series. But this one, I definitely like the writing style. It's a good starter on knowing more about the Cuban history. So I think it's a great first book in my opinion. But anyway, I'm going to end this part in here, and I just want to say that I'm so excited to read the rest of the series. Like, I'm so excited to get to Beatrice, and I'm so excited to dive deeper into this world. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys on the next book. See you later. Hey friends, so this is going to be the very first update for this book because I did not vlog the moment I started this book, which was a few days ago, probably 2 to 3 days ago. I just really couldn't remember kung kailan ako nag-start. But I did not vlog for the reason that I don't know if I'm going to finish this book on time. I did not know that I will reach 66% at this point. I guess you already know that I'm reading this book because of Lian. This book has been on my TBR for such a long time. I think since 2020, I really wanna read this book, but I just didn't have like the time, the energy, the motivation to read this. When I started reading this spontaneously lang, when it became available on my library, I also saw that it's going to expire in the next few days. So I just thought of diving into it and not knowing anything about it. And then from the very first chapter, Fonda has a chokehold on me. Like, I don't know what is it about her writing style. Like, there's just something about the way that she writes stories, the setting, the imagery, the scenario that's so good. Like, it just flows so smoothly. So from the very first chapter, I already know that I'm going to like this book. But anyway, fast forward to what happened this evening specifically. So I was joining a reading sprint with Pam and Pam. If you don't know them, they are Filipino booktubers as well. And they do this weekly reading sprints. And I usually use the reading sprints to catch up on the books that I am currently reading for the week. And for today, it was just a perfect timing for me because I was able to join them. And I also know that both of them have read Jade City, so they're very excited for me. I'm doing like live updates via chat, and they are hyping me up and motivating me to read this book, together with Claude's as well. I'm going to insert here a clip from their live where I was already at the part where something is going to happen. It just so happened that the reading sprint already ended, so I wasn't able to read agad the very first big plot twist of the book. I didn't know that I was hanging on that cliff before it go downhill. So the host, the two Pams, and then Claude's, they were like, go ahead, read it, we're going to wait for you, blah blah blah. And this is towards the end of the reading sprint na ha. Like, they're going to end the live already and just be done with it. But they were waiting for me to finish the next chapter because that's where the plot twist is.
Ako rin, naka-open ako sa chapter. Yung nasan si Naka-tab din siya sa akin. Naka-tab siya. mababa yung tab mo. So,
Bottom right?
oo.
Ito ba?
Oo. Ayun.
Sige, basahin mo yung
Wait for
next
you.
page lang. As in, next page lang ng
We
chapter
will-
22.
Alam mo, gusto kong invite si Kat dito para lang may live, view. Naging Green Bone Saga, book club session.
Wait, pero natapos mo na yung second interlude? Wait.
Natapos na yun. Like, that's what she's reading right
second
now.
interlude pa lang.
Yeah, but it's just 2 pages, so.
Huwag mo na basahin yung interlude. Ang sana sa 278.
Kat, okay lang. We'll wait for you. You can keep on reading. Sandali. Sige. Oh my God, ang fun naman magganito. I mean, ang fun talaga ng date setting.
So I read I read the first chapter and I have recorded my reaction to it. And I'm going to insert it right now. I'm just going to do a quick voiceover. So at this point, there's going to be a big plot twist that is coming that I didn't see coming at this early. Like, I know it's coming, but I didn't know that it will be at this early. So I was surprised, and I think I wasn't able to process it, and I was just staring at it, and I was just staring at the camera, as you can see there. Yeah, so like there's a lot of things that are happening, and then I, of course, like they were still waiting for me to finish that chapter. I typed in, I don't know how to process it, and I don't know how to explain it to you guys without like spoiling you with anything, but oh my god. So now I think the live ended before 11 p.m. and right now it's 2:30 in the morning, and I just want to like lie down right now. I just want to go to sleep, or I just want to stop reading for now. I'm going to continue this one tomorrow. So yeah, what else? Yeah, I think I've said enough. I've said everything that I want to say. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. I'm sorry, my eyes. It's so late na because it's tired. See you tomorrow.
Okay, hello friends. So we are back here and I'm going to wrap this whole thing up. I would like to rank all the books that I have read so far. I think it's pretty obvious that my least favorite is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. Truly, I understand why a lot of people really like this or put this in their favorites list, but I just feel like it wasn't executed that well for me, at least. So I guess it was okay. It was not bad, but it was just okay for me. So that is my third rank. And then second rank would be Next Year in Havana by Cleeton. As you all know, I love this book. I adored the way that it was written. I am not a big fan of insta love, so that is my least favorite about this one. But I love how this book was written. I loved how the historical aspects and the references were intertwined in the story of the Paris sisters, and it was something that was done so well in my opinion. I am so excited to read the sequels because I'm looking forward to other sisters' love stories. So anyway, moving on to my first rank, of course, my most favorite read for this vlog, which I already predicted this is going to be one of my favorite reads of the year. Like, I already know it. And that is, of course, Jade City by Fonda. It was truly a very unique experience. It was something that I really enjoyed reading. And I did not expect a lot of plot twists in here. I did not expect how brutal Fonda would be. Yeah, I guess I found another series that will hurt me to my bones. So right now I'm looking for like physical copies of the full set. That's how much I love the first book. That's how much I want to get invested more into this world because it was so good. And now I understand. Like, I understand what everybody is saying. I know, I get it now, guys. I'm so sorry for being so late in this train, but I love this book so much. So yeah, that's it. That's the first book on this rank and one of my favorite reads of the year so far. So that's it for this video. I'm so sorry. I know that this is coming into so late because it's already April. But I'm still so happy that I was able to do this vlog and I was able to kick this off. So anyway, I'm going to see you next time, and I hope that you enjoy this vlog as much as I enjoyed doing this. Yeah, that's it. I hope that you remember that the world is yours for the reading, and that's it. Follow this Bookstagrammers. Follow me on Bookstagram too, okay?